Welcome back to Southern Light Work, y'all. I'm trying to do as quick a reading as possible because it's late. I've been trying to do this reading. Well, I had it in my head to do this reading all day, but been a little busy. Went to a baby shower, which was wonderful. I was telling a friend of mine earlier today that, you know, it's perfect timing because I also just lost one of my oldest aunts on Tuesday. I don't know if you saw the previous video when I was talking about a clairaudient message or download I seem to get about a phone call. Like, don't let it go to voicemail. I said it like 3 times and apparently it was for me. So my cousin called me at like 3:15 that morning to tell me that my aunt had passed, and she was 91 years old. So it's like, and she had Alzheimer's. So, you know, you can grieve, absolutely, because I miss her. She was a fantastic lady. She hasn't been, you know, we haven't really been able to have a conversation since maybe 2010 or so. But, you know, it's still part of my lineage. It's part of my matrilineage. It's my mother's sister. So she's an ancestor now. And as soon as you gain an ancestor and then somebody has a baby or somebody's planning for a baby, it's just like, it almost makes it a little easier or not so hard to bear that you have a loss that is immediately followed by the anticipation of a new person. So, and you know, it's somebody that I call my play niece too. So it's significant. It's somebody that's going to be like family. So, yeah, I think the universe restores balance in that way, that, you know, you takes one human and replaces with another, you know, not a direct replacement, but you get what I'm saying. So, but the thing that has been eating away at me and that I keep hearing, and I keep pulling cards on this, and then I hear other readers talk about Child Protective Services. Like, I was listening to somebody yesterday who accidentally said CPS when she was trying to say GPS. I think it was Truly Divinely Sent. And it was just like, there it is again. And I keep pulling cards. I think it's in the What's the Tea deck. I keep pulling Child Protective Services. So I'm trying to figure out what message is in there, if there's anything that may be helpful to the collective. I don't know. There's nothing in my immediate life that I know of that is has anything to do with CPS. So I'm gonna see. Let's see if anything comes out of these decks. Got some chai with a little bit of golden monk fruit sweetener in it because I've been eating sweets all day at that baby shower, and then my little donuts that didn't come out right yesterday. Tried to make some donut holes that came out crunchy. Gotta try again. The oil was too hot for sure. So I'm gonna start with the Kipper, and I'll see what else is meant to come out. I'm gonna take a moment to ground. Playing 999 hertz frequency. Nope, just shook the camera, sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'll try that again. You know, everything that happens in a reading is relevant, so there's definitely some disruptions being attempted. I also, as soon as I opened the blinds on my front door this morning, I saw 3 crows. There's always 3. It's like 2 that are close to each other and a third that's kind of straggling. So there's heavy third party stuff happening right now. I don't know exactly what, but then when we got ready to leave, I was just kind of standing near the front door. My mom's bedroom is in the first, or in the front of the house. And I was in there with her, and I heard them calling. So they're making noise. They're in my front yard. Usually I see them on the side of the yard, and not, you know, not that they don't come to the front, but it's all significant, right? Then when we were in the car getting ready to come out of the garage, I look across the street, and there's like these 3 crows. I don't know if they're the same 3 crows on the roof of the house right across from mine. And then there were like 4 or 5 more in the land that they just cleared next to that house. It has been overgrown since I moved in here earlier this year. And I've never seen that many over there. And they're just, you know, foraging for bugs or whatever they could find to eat. So it was giving me gossip and like spectators. So something could have happened where there were, I'm even hearing like camera crews. Something was caught on tape, or there's somewhere where there were spectators. And here's another thing that's also like, it just keeps zeroing in on the CPS. I was watching, I don't know if y'all remember that movie Daddy's Little Girls. It was a Tyler Perry film. It's probably 20 years old now, but with Idris Elba and Gabrielle Union as the main characters. But it was about custody. It was about child protective services and custody of these 3 kids, his 3 daughters. And it was like it's just been beating me over the head. So I was like, well, all right, let me go to the table. Let me pull some cards and see what comes out. So I'm thanking my ancestors. I'm thanking my cosmic ancestors, my earthly ancestors, my marine ancestors, myself as my own ancestor. My ancestors here with me right now. I thank my spirit team, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and Raphael. Mary Magdalene. And Most High God, please allow me to channel whatever messages may be helpful for the collective. Only clear, concise messages from the purest, highest energy, cleansed by the violet flame. And let anything negative find itself blocked and redirected toward its own highest energy. So it is. What is this CPS energy, Spirit? What is this CPS message about? Please tell us. Unexpected income. Family room. Despair. What else, Spirit? What is this about? Community. One more, please. One more, please, Spirit. Smells like cover up. Smell cover up. What is it? What is it? Spirit, do we need another card or no? Thank you. Main mail. Okay. So bottom of this deck, bottom of the deck is expectation. So this card, I always notice the coin first, of course, right? But I also notice the house in the background. It's like, and the sleeves are so different. This one is clearly somebody with some means. They got on a nice shirt and jacket over it with some cufflinks, and this one has a tattered sleeve, so giving to somebody who's either poor or just never been wealthy, not currently wealthy, getting a gold coin and possibly a house. And it's a 9. It's a 9-year. How many times do we have to say that? And it's wrapping up too. Like it's wrapping up, but it's not over yet. We still got 2 full months and a couple weeks left. So there's still plenty of time for things to happen. We have family room that is empty. Despair, community, main mail with expectation at the bottom of the deck. There's also a 9. I'm sorry, that's a 10. I can't add. Something's happening next year, 2026, because of this. All right, let's get some good old what's the tea? Tell us more about this. And what does it have to do with child protective services? There's some community involvement. I don't know what the this room is empty because somebody not in the house, because the scene is outside, but it's over some money. We have somebody in despair, and a 32 reduces to a 5, so something changed unexpectedly. And there's apparently masculine in this card, but it didn't have to be a masculine that it's about. There's something significant about the community. And see this card right now, of course, it's sticking out that I'm asking about child protective services, and this kid looks really happy with his hula hoop, right? Like, it's almost giving me Oliver Twist. And I kind of remember that I think it was a Broadway play and then they made it into a movie or vice versa, but he was an orphan. I believe he got adopted at the end. Community helped a main male. So, let's see. Let's see what we get from what's the tea. What is this about, Spirit? What is this? Help me to shuffle, please. It's late. I'm not even really tired, but I know it's later than I usually read. But I feel clear. I feel like I just need to get this out. So let's see. Unexpected income. What is that about? Love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. Okay, what about family room? Hustling, making it rain, focus on money, getting it. It says getting it. I'm country. I'm sorry. I said getting it. Somebody's unexpected income is giving them the ability to daydream and fantasize and be nostalgic about love. And nobody's in this family room because they're busy hustling. I'm hearing House is Not a Home by Luther Vandross. What about despair? And there it is. Child services. Almost every time I use this deck, it comes out. Kids at risk of being taken or is about to. Okay, whatever English. Reporting something, neglect or abuse. Somebody's been abusive to a kid. And there's child services are involved. And the people on this card, I mean, how similar? How similar is this? These folks look like, I mean, the Kipper is clearly from another time, right? It's like from Victorian times, I believe it's supposed to be. And these look like the same people, just maybe reincarnated. So could these be soulmates who are supposed to come together for a kid who's been mistreated? And I mean, this lady, she doesn't necessarily look like she's past childbearing age, but she could be, because the guy looks like he's at least over 50, maybe over 60. And I got this little kid with them. It could be his grandparents, but these look like the same people. I'm just seeing them that way. Like in every lifetime, these people come together to take care of this child, or to have a child together. This one looks like this could be their kid. But for this to be the image for child services, it's like there's trouble in paradise, because they look happy, unless they're supposed to be the couple that take the kid in, you know, however you want to interpret it. But or it's giving me, you know, this is what it looks like to the outside world, but behind closed doors is hell. I'm sorry if that's going on for somebody. They're trying to protect a kid or some kids from abuse or neglect, or both. Or a community. Thief. Uh-oh. Robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. With community? Somebody had help with a plot. Somebody had help with, maybe they're trying to take somebody's money who's in love with someone. And this is the crows, the third party feeling that I got. Give me some more, please. What about main mail? Cyberbully. You're being bullied online, or there. That's typo. Another typo. You're being bullied online or have suffered from it. By a main male? Or maybe the main male is being bullied. Maybe this is what the theft is about. Somebody's trying to monitor this main male because they know he's got money, and they're trying to steal it, and they got help from somebody in the community. All right, I'm playing Twister around here, but that's what feels connected to me. Bottom of the deck. Dirty offer. Shit. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking right now. I want to see what else comes out. I'm going to use the What's the News deck too. And then I'm going to get some tarot. Keep this brief so I can get my mommy to bed. I know she's tired. Been out all day. Good part of the afternoon. She's 86 years old, so not as easy for her as it is for the younger ones. And it was rainy here today in Georgia. I don't know what y'all's weather was like. Okay, which is, you know, giving me cups energy. Somebody's definitely in their feels about something. Okay. Okay, Spirit, please tell me more about this situation. What about unexpected and love on the brain? Honeymooning. It also says love on the brain, y'all. Talking often, feeling all the feels. Yeah, so somebody that's got some unexpected income has been fantasizing about the collective. Got love on the brain, for real, 2 times. This is what they want, but they're dealing with this empty family room and hustling. Somebody that's working too much, not spending enough time at home. There was a spectacle outside, supersize me, doing too much, excessive overindulgence. That's come out in other readers. I'm getting the gambling, like somebody was, I don't know why they got this full-figured lady on here, because that really, I'm not getting that this is about food. Could be. I mean, if some people are overindulging in one thing, they may be overindulging in something else. Know that from personal experience. What about despair and child services? Who was in despair about child services? That is the red flagged. Warning signs, take heed, risky situation. Damn. So maybe somebody's thinking about calling. They're in despair about it because they know they need to call. I'm a mandated reporter too, as a social worker. So this may be somebody who's a mandated reporter. They have to, by law, report child abuse or neglect, or any type of abuse, even if it's adult protective services, adult neglect or abuse. And it's like, yeah, if nobody's looking, you can get away with it, but ethical practice is like, you do it even if nobody's looking, because if somebody finds out that you had knowledge of it and you didn't report it, then you could be in trouble. So it's like, even if your heart's not in the right place, it's the right thing to do, you know. But there are warning signs, and somebody's being pushed, even though they're in despair about it. About community and thief. What is that? Cuffing season. Single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. Really? That's giving cheating. Somebody's cheating with somebody in the community. Maybe somebody who's jeez. Okay, with thief, that feels like somebody definitely has cheated or been caught cheating. But it's something that jeopardized the health or the safety of a kid, though. What the hell did they do? Main male and cyber bully. New boo. New love, learning each other, flirtations. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. This feels like different energies for sure. So there's a whole lot of like stuff happening with that requires child services get involved. There's somebody else focusing on love, though. Okay, that's what I'm gonna get tarot for, because I want to find out why does somebody have their head in the clouds when all this serious shit is happening. And what's at the bottom of this deck? Wine and dine. Somebody is not studying this. Like, maybe this is already done, and they're just waiting for it to. Somebody is not focused on it anymore. Maybe this has already happened. Love on the brain, honeymooning, unexpected income. This is what somebody has in store for this year. This family room hustling and doing too much with red flag child services and despair. This feels like it's somebody was in love with the collective. They went to a karmic and all this shit happened. And now they're stalking the collective because they want to be with you. They want out. You had a dirty offer. And they want to wine and dine somebody, the collective. So all right, come on, tarot, you gotta save us. What is this? What is this? And who is in La La Land while all this craziness? I get sip of chai on that one. Let's see. Do this one more shuffle. Just the right deck. I'm gonna do this might hurt instead. This might hurt. Okay, just making sure. A little bit more clarity on this. What about honeymooning? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is definitely coming towards somebody new. It's a new offer. Instead of this dirty offer, they wanna offer somebody else something meager, but what about family room hustling and supersize me? That looks like, okay. They both flipped over, but this one, 7 of Wands. That one I see as, and somebody helped me to see that differently, like the an imagined fight. Like there's right before the 8 of Wands, like right before there's communication, they're prepared for a fight that maybe won't come because you can't see who's holding these wands, but they got their arrow and the crossbow. They're ready to fire. Went from putting something out in the public, some victory, public victory with 6 of Wands, to the 7 of Wands. Yeah, saying something or taking action on something had some backlash. There were some people didn't like it. Somebody didn't like it. What about red flagged and child services? Please tell us what that is about. Judgment. Oh shit. Yeah, it's done. They did it. They called, made the report. Somebody made the report. And this card even just now noticing this card is like, oh, that's kind of deep. Okay, so clearly it's kind of like an Egyptian. It's like Osiris, right? Is that supposed to be Osiris? I might have to look in the guidebook. But this figure is weighing on the scales, has a heart on one, some human or animal heart, and the feather, it looks like a feather on the other side, is heavier than the heart. So it's like judgment doesn't care about feelings. That's what I'm getting. Like, when something needs to be done, this is ethical. I'm talking about ethics earlier. Like, it's what's ethical. It's not about how you feel about the person or about what you would do if it were, you know, like when it comes to making a report about child abuse, like, fuck your feelings. Excuse my French, but like, I don't care. And I said this to somebody in my life recently that I heard through the grapevine was like extremely violent toward a young mother and her child. And I was just like, maybe it was a little passive aggressive, but I wasn't supposed to know it, right? So my response was like, yeah, if I know anything about any abuse, I'm reporting it. I don't care who it is. And that's how you're supposed to be with this, is like, you report that shit, no matter who it is. And I've made reports on people that were my clients. I've made reports on people that I thought I had built rapport with. I did crisis services, so they're people that, for the most part, folks that I would probably never see again, which made it a little easier, quiet as it's kept. But it's like, when it was somebody that I knew I might see again, you still have to do it. Because it's not about you, it's not about the adult, it's about the child who cannot take care of them, can't protect themselves, and relies on this abusive adult for financial, for everything, for all of their basic needs. So no, it's not about the heart. It's not about what you feel. It's about what's right. And the decision was made. Ooh, got me hot. I'm literally hot right now. Okay, cuffing season, thief, and community. Is that about cheating? What is that? 3 of Wands in reverse. And not moving forward, not making plans. Maybe somebody thought they were going to be cuffing somebody or being cuffed by somebody, and it didn't happen. I'm hearing community stuff. I'm not going to say, because this is not an 18 plus reading, but community, peen, community, kitty is what I'm hearing. And somebody decided not to move forward with them. Lord. Okay, well. What about main male, cyberbully, and Nubu? This is the infinity card in this deck, which is like past the world. I'm going to read what this guidebook says, because I don't even want to, I want to get the author's explanation of this for y'all, in case nobody is familiar with this deck. This is the this might hurt / this might heal card. Let me let you see. It's kind of like, it's got a double-sided image. So the top is like this loving embrace with the wolf. And then the other side is she's fighting, the feminine is fighting with the wolf. And it came out in the upright. So let's see what that says. I'm sorry, it's kind of long. A girl and a wolf cycle between tender affection and a difficult struggle. In the upright position, the girl tenderly holds the wolf. In the downward position, the girl and the wolf are locked in a desperate battle. The figures are cyclical, with the 4 symbols of the minor arcana in the corners, suggesting that struggle and peace are temporary positions in a never-ending cycle. The wolf represents the external world. Risk is inherent in a well-lived life. There will be vibrant... Let me read that again. Risk is inherent in a well-lived life. Somebody is willing to take the risk. This main male wants to take the risk on a new love, a new boo. Because they're getting out of this. And it's not even feeling like this is... I'm not getting any indication that this is about a third party, but I guess it is. Maybe it just feels loveless because it's always been loveless. Eesh. Okay. It also says there will be vibrant joy, crushing pain, and multitudes in between. All experiences that are meaningful, that are truly joyful, can also bring you the most pain. Yeah, people are, all of us are afraid of love at some point, right? Like if that's what you want in your life, you want to be in a relationship with someone. You've tried being in relationships with people and they didn't work out. Got your heart broken, you got dumped. You dumped somebody and it still hurt you. Like, to be in love for real is to open yourself up to real pain and real rejection and hurt, right? Because if that person that you really truly love rejects you or leaves you, it's an intense pain. Some people run from that their entire lives. And they settle for people that they don't really want to be with or that they don't truly love to try to avoid feeling that again. So, whatever it is, they are done with all of this. And they're moving into something new. And this dirty offer, I feel like the person that this is about received a dirty offer. Or they're about to, since that's the bottom of the deck. I don't see it coming. Bottom of this deck is the King of Wands. I mean, if this ain't a passionate person, I don't know what is. They want all of this with you. Love on the brain twice. They're seeing honeymooning. They're stalking you, cyber stalking you, just to like get to know who you are, where you probably to see if you're single or not. They want to be your new boo. They want you to be their new boo. Definitely their King of Wands energy. That's fine with me. I think it's I think it's fine. We'll get a couple charms and then yeah, y'all, you don't have to be a mandated reporter, but take care of the kids, for God's sake. Like, they can't take care of themselves. They can't leave. They can't get in the car and drive away. If they're walking down the street, they get picked up for what is it? For being a runaway. Like, protect children at all costs. Good Lord. If you're with somebody who's abusing the children, like, what are you doing? I'm judging you right now. I am. I know it's not as easy as it sounds to leave if you got money tied up. If you are relying on this person, the abusive person, for financial stability or whatever, like, please find a way. Whatever you do, find the support you need. Even if you don't have a well laid out plan, like, just protect the frickin' kids. Please. Anyway. Alright. Or if, you know, this is you and you're on the outside looking into somebody else's situation, you can still report it. You don't have to be a mandated reporter. And also, important thing to note, and I'm going to put the information down in the description of this video for the hotline. Like, there's a national hotline and there should be one in each state for your child protective services, because they all call them different things. Department of Children and Family Services. Some is DCS, whatever it's called. Like, there is a 24-hour hotline that you can report abuse and neglect anytime. You will get a live person. There's some states that will let you do it online, but you can make an anonymous report. You don't have to add your name. You don't have to say any, you don't have to have any physical evidence. They don't ask you to upload photos and videos. Just, I suspect child abuse. You can report that. And yes, I know people have negative feelings about child services because they are not great in a lot of cases, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of people in that line of work that are burnt out, that aren't getting paid enough. But whatever you do, if you don't make the report to the children's services in your area, try to do something, please. If you know about it, try to do something if you can. Yeah. Okay. I'm off that. Promise. Off the soapbox. I think I made my point. All right. We got a little pink flower with a pearl. That's makes me feel about precious. Something very precious about this situation. I mean, if you're in a situation that feels like there is no end, there's no solution to it, but you finally find the courage to do what you need to do, because it's the right thing to do, whatever it is. If it's not about child protective services per se, like if it's any type of mistreatment of anybody of any age, just know that you're doing the right thing. If you help them, if you do something, if this is you, then you're doing the right thing. You can call child services on a spouse. I don't care. Like, if this is my husband, my wife, who is abusing our children, I'm gonna call child services on you. Because again, if I'm also in a situation where, truly, I don't mean to sound holier than thou. I don't want to sound like this is just so easy. It's not. I know it's not. And it's never, I never want to make it sound that way. But if you can find it within yourself to fight this wolf, take the risk. Like, we're all willing to take risks in love. And then when it comes to things like that, we get scared. Alrighty. What just came out was a butterfly for transformation. I mean, this is what I was just saying about this family room hustling, supersizing. Somebody sick of that shit. Like, they're transformed. The Seven of Wands is like, in this case with these cards, it just feels like they're done. They're tired of a certain lifestyle. They're tired of working so hard. They're ready to fight. Like, they exposed their truth. They spoke their truth. I think there was a public recognition of something, some action they took, and they were ready to fight about it. They were ready for whatever backlash came with it, or that they expected. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe they expected it and it never came. But they've transformed. And the transformed version of them got out of despair, or this is what they caused somebody else when they reported whatever they needed to report to child services. This judgment has been called. Give me a charm for that too, Spirit. Sail away, sail away, sail away. It's a sailboat. Somebody, this is giving me Six of Swords energy. They're gone. Like, whatever, somebody's gone. Either the person who was mistreating a child, or this person that we're talking about. I don't know, that ship and sailed away. I don't know parts of it. It's a 5. 32 reduces to a 5. I think I said that already. 39 is a 12, which reduces to a 3. We got 2 3s here. Okay, so a charm for this one, for this 3 of Wands in reverse, with this community stuff, community sharing. Ooh, music notes, and I believe these are, trying to remember my music theory, that looks like this with a bar and 3 notes on it. They'd either be, anyway, may not be a snob about it, but music. Somebody is facing the music is what I'm just hearing. Maybe somebody from the community also tried to tell them about this thief and their energy. They're facing the music now. Something they didn't want to believe. They have to accept it now. Main male cyber bully. Well, this person, whoever this is, wants to take a risk with you. For real. Like, they are stalking you. They're obsessed with you. Obsessed with the collective. Sorry, let me use the right terminology. I don't want it to feel like I'm talking about anybody in particular. What charm can we have for that? What helps us to wrap up that section of the message? A cat. This feels like independence. Somebody's got their independence. That's what I think about when I see cats, especially this one. It looks like okay, for anybody of a certain age, you remember I think it was Warner Brothers cartoon. There were some Siamese cats that would just like, they were kind of creepy, but they would sing, "We are Siamese, if you please." That's what that makes you think about. So, somebody wants to be like, this is no longer an accepted term, obviously. Siamese twins was how people used to refer to conjoined twins, people that are actually like joined by some body part, some organ or whatever, where they share certain body parts or limbs. But that's what that makes me think of. And these are sort of like conjoined. The woman and the wolf, they're sort of like conjoined. This person wants to be attached to you. Like physically attached to you. That's how much they want to be with you. They want to be inside you. Ooh. Take that as it resonates. Okay. So that's what you want. If you want love, you want to love like that. You want somebody that wants to be with you like that, right? You want somebody who is healthily obsessed with you, fixated on you, wanting the best for you, wanting everything with you, just wanting to give to you, wanting to be sweet to you, wanting to dine you. That's really sweet. It feels like this person is like you both deserve it. If they've been through all of this, and if you're watching this, you've been through some hell too. Like, for two people that I did a couple readings that kept giving me wounded warriors, like two wounded warriors, and even healers, wounded healers. But I mean, even if you don't consider yourself a healer, two wounded people are coming together is what this feels like. All right, and a final charm. Final. Trying to shake them up real good. We get, oh, danger. A skull and crossbones? Are you kidding me? I refuse. I don't accept that. I do not. Not for this. Not for this. We're in a good energy. Let me see. Now that's something trying to infiltrate. We're not gonna take that. I'm gonna take an 8. Much better. I pulled this 8 in another reading recently. This is abundance. This is infinity. That is this. Thank you very much. This card and this, see, confirmation. It's coming. Your abundance is coming, or it's here. Decisions have been made. People have made decisions. People have taken risks, and got a King of Wands coming towards you. So thank you for watching. Accept this. Know that whoever's coming towards you has been through a lot. So they may have a lot to tell you. If they want to. Don't rush them. I don't know why I'm being called to tell you that, but whatever this person has to tell you, just listen. Just listen, and, you know, as much as you can. If it feels like it's too much, you know, still have your boundaries, but I feel like this person is really going to need you to listen to everything they have to say, because they've had a rough go of it. Yeah. So, but it feels like it's going to end in whining and dining. Like, yeah, that's okay. I think that would be all right. Hopefully you do too. So I love y'all. I appreciate you watching. And this again is from my imagination to yours. Be well. I'll see you again soon.